There are two things that I put on my vision board for Q3 2026: getting engaged and restarting the podcast. Restarting YouTube, okay? We've just done one, so let's do the other. I have been procrastinating this like crazy. I don't know why I feel so overwhelmed by the prospect of restarting on YouTube, but here we are. And this is my official statement, my official manifestation that by the end of 2026, we're going to hit 10K. We're going to hit 10K subscribers, which I need to put on my vision board as well. I started my vision board for 2026 on, like, obviously I do it in my Obsessed on Purpose planner. Like, I do a quarterly vision board, but I also got a cork board for my like full 2026 vision board so that I could build on it and maybe even like take things away. I haven't taken anything away from it yet, but we're only halfway through the year. And I feel like, to me, vision boards feel very like serious and very permanent. Like, once I set a goal, I'm going to do everything in my power to like achieve that thing. But as we grow and evolve as people, like, those goals are going to change. Those goals are going to change. We're going to accomplish some of them and then like add on to others. So a cork board that I can add and remove things from. And this is my official manifestation that by the end of 2026, I'd like to be so deep into YouTube that we've hit 10K subscribers. But like I said, something about getting back into long form content has felt very overwhelming to me. And I think that something about it just feels like very, like, I don't know, more professional and serious to me, which is ridiculous because if you follow me on any other fucking platform, professional and serious is not me, okay? So I've just decided to like say fuck it and let's get back into it with like a full debrief of the Hawaii trip, full debrief of the engagement and like everything that happened, because obviously I've been posting nonstop. If you don't already follow me on like Instagram or TikTok, I'll put that down in the description. I have been posting nonstop about that trip. I was posting like a psychopath. I was having a good time. And low key, I kind of knew it was coming. I kind of knew the engagement was coming. So let's do like a full like debrief. And like I said, like, I have been feeling very overwhelmed by the prospect of long form. So this is going to be very chill. This is going to be very chill, very casual, like hopefully not even like having to go back and edit this video. That's my goal. That's my goal here, is to not even have to go back and edit this video, just literally have a conversation. Can't go back and edit a conversation. You know what I'm saying? I have my phone pulled up to my camera roll to just like walk through the whole trip. Because if I don't have like a timeline sitting in front of me, I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna forget things that happened and things that like are important. Like, how can we do a debrief if I don't give you all of the tea, all of the information? Right. So let's rewind to, I want to say April of 2025, when this trip started to be like a conversation. My little cousin turns 15 in September. So her quince is coming up, and instead of doing like the big party, she wanted to go to Hawaii, do a cruise. So I get a message in like the family group chat. Hey, here's the link for the cruise. This is the information. If you book it right now, you get, I think it was like 15% off or something on the full package. 7-day cruise, drink package, the room, whatever. Everything that was included in the package was at a discount when we booked with the group. And we had like, I think 24 hours before the discount wouldn't apply anymore. And that's when I first found out about the trip. So I was like, okay, period. Let's go to Hawaii. Duh. So Dozer and I pull up Norwegian Cruise Lines to take a peek at the cruise and like book it. Tell me why, even with the discount, it was like $2,500 per person. not including the flight, not including the hotel that we had to book our first night in Hawaii, because obviously we had to get to Hawaii before getting on this fucking cruise. So I called my dad and like, I'm panicking because now I'm thinking, what the fuck? I'm going to be the reason that like nobody gets this discount because like it was like a five group thing. I'm going to be the reason nobody gets this fucking discount because I can't afford to go on this trip. I called him in a panic and literally the stars aligned. The stars fucking aligned. We got so lucky. And he was like, listen, it's a family trip. I'll pay for you and Dozer's cruise to go. Like, you just have to get your flights and like other accommodations, whatever. And like, obviously, when we were in Hawaii, we low-key, we spent a lot more money than we anticipated. Because we were going into it thinking like, this is a cruise. We don't have to pay for food. We're not gonna, like, past cruises, we haven't even gotten off the ship. So we didn't spend any money. We're not going to spend any money. Girl, we spent money. We'll get into it. But yeah, so got really, really lucky with that. And even with the flights, bitch, I don't know the exact number that Dozer bought these flights for, but it was just about the same amount as the cruise itself. For just regular economy seating, one layover, I think it was like $4,000, $4,500 for a round trip to Hawaii. Obviously, we put that shit on Affirm, okay? We put that shit on Affirm. What do you mean? What the fuck do you mean? But obviously, like, my dad already bought the cruise tickets for us. So at this point, we're like, well, now we have to get the flights. We don't have another choice. It was a little bit stressful. I'm going to be honest with you. It was a little bit stressful. It still is a little bit stressful. Just like the idea of paying off that Affirm. Shout out to Dozer for real, for getting us those fucking plane tickets. So we get on the flight. The first flight, we got really lucky. We booked the middle seat and the window seat, but nobody sat in the aisle. Thank goodness, because this was like a 5 a.m. flight. I'm not a 5 a.m. girl. So Dozer sat in the aisle. We had the middle seat open, and I put my feet up and I knocked the fuck out. For those first 4 hours. But then we got on the second flight, which was 9 hours. It was just under 9 hours. It was like 8 hours and 45 minutes or something like that. And I couldn't sleep. Dozer left his headphones in the first flight by accident, so I gave him my headphones. So I'm just sitting there playing like games on my phone that don't require Wi-Fi. I started reading what is it called? The Jeanette McCurdy book. I'm Glad My Mom Died. It was good. That was a good book. Like, I feel like it was different than I expected. It was very different than I expected. She writes very, like, succinct and to the point. Like, there is no beating around the fucking bush. She is just very straightforward, and I feel like I haven't read something like that in a long time. I enjoyed it. It wasn't even one of those things that I felt like I was like forcing myself to get through. And I feel like a lot of times with nonfiction, I have to kind of push myself through them. Not the case. Like, actually thoroughly enjoyed it. Feel like 3.5 stars. I'm going to be honest with you. So we got to Hawaii and my luggage exploded in the plane. Because it was so overstuffed that my luggage fucking exploded. And it came through the little baggage thing in a giant plastic bag and a sled. I'm not even joking. It was low-key really funny. And especially because Dozer was able to get it to shut again, we just took a bunch of the shit and shoved it into my check bag, and he was able to shut it. But that was funny. That was a little bit stressful. Anyways, that's the flight. It was pretty anticlimactic. Like there was not much story to be told there. But we're in Hawaii. Like, you know what I mean? We're in Hawaii. It was very different than I expected. Hawaii was very different than I expected. It's the movies do not portray it properly. Like I was fully expecting to like, and this is going to sound so silly. You're probably going to laugh at me. There are going to be people who are going to fully agree with me and people who are going to laugh at me. You know when you watch movies and like they go to like some resort in Hawaii, they get off the plane in Hawaii and immediately they get a lay. And like there are like, it, like why did I think that was going to happen? Deadass, why did I think that was going to happen? That is literally the most ridiculous thing. Because once I got off the plane and I realized like that's not going to happen. Like even when you get to the hotel or on the cruise ship, like why did I think that was real? Like this isn't a movie. This isn't a movie. Anyways, anywho, we spent the first night in Honolulu. That's where the cruise was leaving from. So we got there on Friday. The cruise was leaving on Saturday. And we immediately went across the street and got fucking Burger King. We're in Hawaii and we went and we got Burger King. Everything is significantly more expensive in Hawaii. He got like a Whopper and fries and I got just a burger. And then next door we went to, it was like a mochi donut place. Obviously I saw that and immediately had to walk in. I am not the bitch who's going to continue to like eat super clean and like diet and like restrict myself on a trip. Like it just simply is not going to happen. That is, talk about not me. Talk about not fucking me. So immediately we went to the donut shop and between Burger King and the donut shop, it was like $65. It was $65 fucking dollars for breakfast, mind you. Yeah. So I feel like that kind of put into perspective as soon as we got there, this trip isn't going to be as low budget as we anticipated at all. At all. But as soon as we got there, we had just gotten off of like what, a 14-hour travel day. And it was 1:00 in the afternoon when we got there, because it's a 6-hour time difference. In Florida, it was 7 p.m., 8 p.m., and we got there at 1, 2. So it was like we revived a whole day, you know what I mean? Like we spent the whole day on the plane, but then like we still got to experience the whole day because we went back in time. But we had just spent 14 hours in that fucking plane. So, and I'm claustrophobic as all fuck. So I needed open air, I needed space, but immediately my aunt, we call my aunt to see like what's the vibe, where are they, how, like what's the plan for tomorrow, and they're like, oh, like we rented a car, do you want us to come pick you up? We're gonna go see this blowhole. Period, queen. Come pick us up, let's go see the blowhole. Tell me why we stepped into the smallest car. It was the last car they had left at the rental place, and it was so small, and I literally I get in, I'm sitting in the middle seat, and I'm like taking the deepest breaths of my life, and my cousin's sitting next to me. She goes, are you overstimulated? Girl, yeah. Girl, overstimulated is not even the word here, because I have Dozer on this side who is double my size. I have her on this side. I'm fighting for my life, and then it was like a 45-minute drive to the blowhole in question. So I'm sitting there like, what did I just do? What the fuck did I just do? To go see a blowhole. But I'm actually really glad we got in the car. We ended up going to a little where did we go? Hold on. It was a Goodwill. It was a Goodwill. We went to a Goodwill just to like look around. I feel like as soon as we passed it, all of us were like, what is at the thrift store in Hawaii? Like what's at the thrift store in Hawaii? So we like just bebopped around there for a little bit, and even the thrift store was expensive compared to here. Like a little teeny tiny tank top that I saw, and as soon as I got to Hawaii, I realized like, shit, I didn't pack accordingly. I did not pack accordingly, because when we stopped at the hotel, I just wanted to put some flip-flops on. Didn't even bring flip-flops. I didn't even bring flip-flops to Hawaii. I feel like I overpacked in like the cute clothes department and underpacked in the like just casual everyday clothes department. So when we walked into the Goodwill, I was like, oh, maybe I'll just like grab a few things. I saw one tank top that I was like, oh, it's cutie. Like this could work. It was like $15, just a regular black tank top. No. I didn't look at anything else. I didn't look at anything else. So we ended up pulling off to the side of the road because we saw like gorgeous view. Gorgeous view. Pull off to the side of the road. Obviously climb the guardrail to go over, and like we ended up on this cliff, if you will, overlooking just like these like rocks and waves, and like it was obviously like just like a pull off on the coast type of thing. Like it wasn't even like one of those scenic spots where there's parking spots where it's like, oh, pull off here for a picture. Like it was like we fully climbed the guardrail and just made ourselves at home. We made ourselves at home. Okay. It was like off rip. I was like, okay, now we're in Hawaii. Now we are fucking in Hawaii. It was so postcard. It was so postcard. We looked over and there was a bridge. On the bridge, there was a rope hanging. So obviously we were not the first to climb this guardrail. There was a rope hanging where like obviously people go to this spot and just swing into the water. So that to me, straight out of a movie. Like that's such a vibe. It was like just very aesthetic to see. And then to the other side, we see like 5 humongous sea turtles just swimming. They're just swimming. They're just vibing. And it was like, yeah, like I'm in Hawaii. Like I am in Hawaii now. So on this drive to the blowhole, nothing really happened. Like it didn't blow. It blew a little bit, but it wasn't really anything to write home about. I'm glad we went and we saw it, but like wasn't anything crazy. However, on this drive, we ended up seeing a bunch of people climbing up the side of a mountain, and we're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is going on? We realized there's a very famous trail in Hawaii I think it's called the Koko Head Trail, but like we knew it as the 1,000 Steps because it's a trail that is so, okay, rewind, World War II. Whoa, crazy. World War II. There was a train track put on the side of this hill for, I don't even know the reason, honestly. Let's Google it, ? Because I feel like I should have gone into this knowing what the fuck. Koko Head Trail Railway Trail. Does it give us any context? So, okay. So, the Koko Crater Railway Trailhead in Honolulu, Hawaii leads to a strenuous hike up an abandoned World War II railway track with over 1,000 steps. It's 1,048 steps. So that doesn't give us any context. Railway trail history. Yes. Okay, here we go. Originally built by the U.S. Army between 1942 and 43 as a steep military tramway, it used a gas-powered cable winch system to haul personnel, heavy equipment, and food supplies up to a strategic radar installation at the summit of, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, the summit of that mountain during World War II. Construction completed in 1943. So now it's just kind of like an abandoned railway, and you can climb it. So we climb it. We see it. We decide we're going to climb it tomorrow. We wake up at 6:00 in the morning and we're looking at each other. Are we actually going to get out of bed right now? After our 14-hour travel day yesterday, exhausted as all fuck. Are we actually going to get out of bed right now? and go climb up the side of a mountain. And both of us were very 50-50. We were very 50-50 because exhausted. Like, when I tell you, fighting for my life to keep my eyes open, exhausted. But rewind again to the RV trip in, what was that, 2022, 2023? One of my biggest regrets is that we didn't do more outdoorsy stuff. We didn't go on a lot of hikes. We didn't explore a lot. We kept the trip very simple, and I regret that a lot because we went to a lot of really cool places where we missed out on a lot of really cool things. And I didn't want that to happen again. And I said that. I was like, I think that because, in my experience, one of my biggest regrets is not going out and about and exploring during the RV trip. Like, I can't do that going forward. So we have to go. We have to go do this trail. If we don't go, we're going to regret it. So we get up. Oh, my nose ring is sticking out. We get up. We stop. We get more donuts. Carb loading. We're carb loading. We need energy to scale the side of a mountain. Hello. We get more donuts and we go to the Cocoa Head Trail. When you look up at these stairs, it's I don't even know how to explain how intimidating that shit is. The people at the top, you can't even see them. They're so teeny tiny because they're so far away from you. And like, you're like, I'm about to climb that. I'm about to climb. What the fuck am I about to do? What the fuck am I about to do? So we start climbing, and Dozer, he has this like pickleball injury. It's not an injury. It's like, I think it's like a pinched nerve. I think it's his sciatic that just like acts up and starts bothering him. But like, your glutes, you're climbing upstairs, so your glutes are very fucking active. And he was struggling. Like, he was in a lot of pain. So we took a lot of like stops off to the side of the trail because they had like little like, I don't even like spots. I don't think they were created. I think they were just so many people stop off to the sides that they were just like these man-made spots that you kind of need hiking up this trail, because I do the Stairmaster how many fucking times a week? I'm doing level 5 for 20 minutes 3-4 times a week, and it didn't prepare me. It did not prepare me. I'm sure I would have been a lot worse off had I not been doing the daily 20 for so long. However, I can't even compare the Stairmaster to these fucking railroad steps, bitch. It was so intense, and especially because the steps are so wide, you're either taking a bunch of little steps in between or these huge wide steps. It was very intense. Like, the leg pump was going crazy. Anyways, you get up like halfway through this trail and the ground disappears. So the railway continues, but there's this huge ditch in the middle of the mountain. So you look down in between the railway, and there's nothing there. And if you fall through, like, you are either being medevaced out there or you're dead, bitch. Yeah. So that was spooky. I made myself do it though. They have an area where you can go around it. I didn't want to use the bypass. I was like, I feel like I'm going to regret it if I don't do it. I feel like it's for the plot, it's for the lore, it's for the vibes. So I did it. So I fucking did it. However, on the way back down, I did not. It was a lot scarier on the way back down, and I had already done it once. So I was like, you know what? Bypass it the fuck up. We got to the top and we were feeling it, but it was so worth it. You get this insane view of like all of Honolulu. Like, it is crazy. You are so high up and you get this insane, gorgeous view of just like the beaches and the towns. Like it's so pretty. It's so fucking pretty. We make our way back down a lot faster than we make our way back up, because I think at that point, like, we were both really feeling it, but we were done. So we wanted to get to the bottom of that fucking mountain. And then we had to wait 20 minutes for an Uber that we sat in for 2 hours. We sat in for 2 fucking hours because there was nobody talks about Honolulu traffic. I live in South Florida, okay? Miami traffic it's insane. It's fucking insane, and you will end up sitting in that shit for hours and hours if you leave home at the wrong time. Honolulu traffic is a different beast. We went 9 miles down the road from the trail back to our hotel to get ready to go leave on the cruise. We were in the Uber for 2 hours to go 9 miles because there was a small portion of the road shut down. There was still a lane available. It was just nobody was moving. That was crazy. That was so crazy. And I was so tired. I was so done. I decided that I wasn't going to have my coffee until after the trail, because like I don't want to have to take a shit in the middle of my hike. That's just simply not happening. So I knew that if I had my coffee first thing in the morning, like that's what would have ended up happening. Absolutely not. So I haven't had coffee yet. All I've had in my system is a fucking little donut. I just did 1,000 steps up, 1,000 steps down, functioning on very little sleep after this travel. Like I was done, and I'm sitting in this Uber and I'm like fighting for my life. That was stressful. That was very stressful, but thankfully we made it back to the hotel. And we ended up going straight to the cruise ship. We actually made it back to the hotel after our checkout time, which I felt so bad. Because at the top of the mountain, we realized we're going to be cutting it close. Like we're heading down right now. We had an hour from the point that we got to the top to get back to the hotel and leave. Cutting it close because 20 minutes on the way back down, 20-minute drive back to the hotel. Let's just call them to do a late checkout just to be 100% sure that we're not annoying. Of course, we end up being the most annoying people on the planet because I call and I say, hey, can we please do a late checkout? Like we just got to the top of the trail and like we want to make sure that we're good. She says, yeah, but please don't be any later than noon because we gotta clean. We got more people coming. I'm like, period, queen. We are on our way right now. And of course, we get there like 30 minutes late. 30 minutes late. Actually, was it more than that? It may have been longer than that. We get there and Dozer's like, I'm going, we're good, we're here, I'm so sorry. She's like, queen, they've already started like packing your shit up in the room. Get up there, stat. So we go up, we rinse off, like we just did a hike. Like we just do like a body rinse, shove all of our shit back into the suitcase, head out to the ship. It was a stressful morning, but I'm very glad that we did it. And I feel like it started the trip off on a good note because like we started with exercise. Get some endorphins running, get like the vibes right. I told myself that I was going to exercise daily on the cruise ship. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. We did a tour of the ship. Like we get on and we put our stuff in the room, whatever, and immediately we're like, okay, let's go walk around. Let's go do like a self-guided tour, like just check out all of the floors, all of the theaters, all of like where everything is. Let's get a lay of the land. We went to the fitness center, and in the fitness center, we walk in, mind you, with a soft serve, because when you get on a cruise ship, the first thing you have to do is get a soft serve, because obviously we walk in, soft serve in hand, and we see a sign, free champagne. Okay. Tell me more. Free champagne when you do a tour of the spa, which was like a extension of the fitness center. So we walk over. We're like, hey, look, what's going on? Like, all you had to do to get this free champagne was get a tour of the spa. We're like, okay, okay, period. So immediately, the plan to go to the fitness center, it went down the drain very quickly, and the plan to not drink went down very quickly. I don't know if you know this. I don't drink. What was it? What year are we in? We're in 2026. So in January of 2025, we did a New Year's resolution that we weren't going to drink for 2025 at all. And we ended up bringing that into 2026. We went 18 months without having a single drink. 18 months? 17. Somewhere around there. Without having a single drink. I haven't smoked since 2024, like mid 2024, because Dozer is allergic to marijuana. Fun fact. Actually, really, really sad fact. He is allergic to marijuana. So I don't smoke anymore. Obviously, I don't want my boyfriend, my fiance, crazy, to go into anaphylactic shock because I wanted to have a hit. Like, you know. But yeah, anyways, I don't drink. But we realized when we got on the cruise that we had the drink package because the discounted group trip in question included the drink package. So we were like, okay, maybe we'll just have a couple of drinks. Like, we're celebrating our anniversary. Like, we're on this trip. Like, we haven't had a drink in a while. We'll have a few drinks. So we start with our champagne. And I'm not joking when I tell you it was just like a small glass of champagne. I'm not joking, no bigger than this. Halfway through the champagne, I'm buzzed. I'm like, woo! Like, having the time of my life from this half glass of champagne, which led to a couple of Bellinis. Okay, it led to a couple of Bellinis and just a night. Like, we had a night. I'm gonna be honest with you. So what happened after that? Like, let's go into the camera roll, because I feel like the next day I don't think was very climactic. Like, what even happened? I will tell you this right now. I was having the time of my life because I was getting so many compliments on my outfit. Outfits, plural. Okay? Because one thing that I have, like, transitioned in life about is I feel like I used to be a pick-me. Like, I feel like I used to be a pick-me-ass bitch. I very much dressed for the male gaze. I don't do that anymore. Like, I dress for the girls' gaze and nays. Truly. And I feel so much more confident in the outfit choices that I select now versus back in the day. And I've noticed that, like, when I dress this way, I get so many compliments from the girls. Dozer does not like most of these outfits. He's not the type to be like, oh, don't wear that. Like, I don't like that. He'll be like, oh, like, that's not my favorite thing in the world, but if it makes you feel good, like, by all means. So that's the vibe. But the girls get it. And it was, like, to the point where it would be a few days later and they would see me and be like, that outfit the other day. And I'd be like, do you want to kiss? Do you want to kiss right now? Anyways, that was besides the point. But yeah, we ended up going to, our first stop was Maui. So our first stop was Maui, and we rented a Jeep. And we just kind of drove around. Like, there wasn't really much that happened that day. We drove around. We had dinner later. Like, we had a photo shoot, actually. So this was when I initially thought that Dozer was going to propose. I was convinced, actually, that this was when he was going to propose. I think it was like a week prior to that. I texted my aunt and I was like, hey, I know we're doing this photo shoot and you mentioned family photos. Is there anything specific that we're supposed to wear? And she said, everyone's wearing white or beige. White, you say? White, you say, when I already am convinced that I am getting proposed to on this fucking trip. So I'm in my head, I'm like, is this their way of like getting me dressed and ready for an occasion so that I'm proposal ready, or is this deadass just family photos? Is this a trick, or is this just family photos where we all happen to be wearing white? But in my head, I'm like, this is when it's happening. Like, professional photographer, white, gorgeous scenery, Hawaii. It adds up. It all is adding up in my head. So I ended up ordering a couple of dresses, specifically dresses that I would be okay getting engaged in. You know, because I was like, we needed to wear white linen. That was the request, white linen. And I don't own any white linen. So I was like, perfect, I have to order something anyways. Let me order something that I would like to be proposed in. Okay? And I'm like, I don't know, like, I was so 50-50 about it on the actual day of, because I was like, ugh, he knows that I want it to be like low-key private, so I don't know that he's gonna do it in front of everybody on the beach, but like also he knows that I want it to be like photographed or videoed or something, and a professional photographer, and we're wearing white, and like I'm just going so back and forth in my head. So I just get ready as if I'm getting proposed to. And low-key, like, I fucking love that dress. I fucking loved that dress. I was like, okay, like, if it happens, great. If it doesn't, fine. But if it doesn't happen tonight, then like, I don't think he's gonna do it. Like, fully mentally prepared myself. Like, I don't think that if he doesn't do it tonight, like, it's not gonna happen, because we didn't really have anything else specific planned for the trip. We just had this photo shoot, and then everything was just kind of up in the air after that. That was literally the only things that we had planned for this trip were the photo shoot and dinner Friday night on the last night of the cruise. So everything in between was just like so fucking up in the air. I was like, I feel like I know him well enough to know that he's not really gonna wing it. So if he doesn't have something planned, I don't think he's gonna do it. Anyways, long story short, he didn't end up proposing that night. He did not end up proposing that night, however, and I think he might kick my butt for saying this out loud, but we took some pictures on the beach, which ended up so fucking cute. If you haven't seen them already, they're on Instagram. They're so cute, and you'll see the dress. We took some, my phone died, so we took them on his phone, and when we're taking pictures like out and about on the tripod, I will usually record it, I'll video it, and then take screenshots of the video for the pictures. And we take the video, I open his camera roll, and for some reason it didn't immediately load the video. It loaded the video previously taken, and it was the ring. It was the ring in our cruise cabin, because he was doing like a cute little video for me to, like, I was like in the background and he's just there with the ring, and like I'm in the bathroom, I'm oblivious, and he thought it was funny, so he took pictures of the ring all over the cabin with me oblivious, just like out and about. And I ended up seeing it, immediately looked away, handed him the phone. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. I didn't see anything. Like, low-key, I didn't. I knew the diamond, because my mom passed this diamond. She passed her ring down from when my stepdad proposed the first time. He only proposed once, but the first ring that she got from him. But after they were together for 10 years, she got a upgrade on her ring. So she gave us her original ring for our engagement. And this was in September of 2025 that she gave it to us. I knew that he was going to reband it, because I didn't like the band on the ring. First of all, it was silver. I'm a gold girly, despite the jewelry in my face. I'm a gold girly, and I like very simple jewelry. So it was, I don't know what it's called when the band has diamonds on it. But it was literally a full circle of diamonds with the main diamond in the middle, and like, it was pretty, but it just wasn't my vibe. So I knew that I wanted it rebanded. I knew he was going to reband it. I didn't know if that was done yet. I kind of knew it was done, but like not fully 100%, like, you know, whatever. So I didn't know what it looked like, and I saw it pop up and immediately like looked away because I didn't want to know. I knew that he knew that I knew that he was going to propose on this trip, right? Like I knew, I had such a strong feeling, and I think he knew that, especially because going into it, he told me he like wanted to plant enough doubt in my head that it was going to happen so that I would constantly be ready. I would get my nails done accordingly. So he knew that I knew without me actually knowing. So seeing it pop up was like that confirmation. Because like I said, going into this photo shoot, I was like 50-50. If it's not happening tonight, it's not happening. But then I saw the ring and I was like, it's happening. It's happening. And I felt so bad. He was so upset. He was so fucking upset. He was so sad that I saw it. And I told him, I was like, listen, I looked away immediately. Like, I pretend I didn't see anything. Like, I pretend I didn't see anything. This didn't even happen. This didn't even happen. So that was kind of my confirmation that it was happening on the trip. So it was my sign to like, okay, girl, you gotta be ready. You gotta stay strapped with the hair refreshes. You gotta keep your blush in your purse type of thing. So we get through the photo shoot, obviously it doesn't happen. And I'm in my head, like, when I have no idea at this point when it's going to happen, because like I said, everything from this point on is up in the air. I later learned that he didn't have anything specific planned. He wanted it to feel more natural, if you will. Like, he wanted the moment to like present itself. And with that, he also said, like, if the moment didn't present itself, then it wouldn't have happened. So like, even though I got confirmation in that moment, it was kind of like false confirmation, because he brought it with him just in case type of thing. So the next day the next day we're in Maui again, and I wake up. Hello. Timeline is getting messed up a little. No, okay, so I woke up the morning before. No. What is going on? Oh, we napped before the photo shoot. I remember specifically waking up, but like it couldn't have been the next morning. I napped before the photo shoot. And I wake up from the nap and he's planning the next day in Maui. Because this cruise, I've never been on a cruise like this where you stay overnight at places, but we were in Maui for 2 days. And there's something called the Road to Hana. And I don't remember how long it is. The Road to Hana is this like scenic highway in Maui. It's a 64-mile scenic coastal drive featuring 620 curves and 59 one-lane bridges winding through a lush rainforest. And you start at the bottom of this highway and you go all the way up to the top of this mountain, and you end in the town of Hana. So it's called the Road to Hana, obviously. And the full trip from the cruise ship to the top of the Road to Hana was 2.5 hours. And they recommend that you give yourself like 10 to 12 hours to complete the whole thing, because while it is just like a scenic highway, there are beaches to stop at, waterfalls, restaurants, all of these things that you can stop and do along the way. And if you stop and do everything, it takes like 12 hours. So we were like, let's start at the top and work our way down. Get started early. We already have the Jeep. Let's just do the damn thing. And we invited my family to go with us, but nobody wanted to wake up. We woke up at 4:30 in the morning to do this. Nobody wanted to wake up that early. They rented their own car and did it later in the day. So I think that this was Dozer's like sign, like, hey, you guys are going to be alone. She wants it low-key private. Things are adding up. Things are working out. So we wake up at 4:30. We stop at 7-Eleven because it's day 3 and we still haven't tried the Spam Musubis. Criminal offense. Okay, we get to 7-Eleven. The only ones that they had left were the teriyaki ones, so he got like 4 of them. some waters for the drive, and we start our drive. Okay. 2.5 hours later, after the most gorgeous and beautiful scenery you will ever see in your life. Like, at this point, like, it's Hawaii. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like as soon as we got here, it didn't feel like Hawaii. I didn't expect it to be so... I guess in Honolulu, it's a little bit different. It's very industrialized. Like, it's very city. Maui was different. And then once we got into the rainforest, it was like, this is what I feel like I see in the movies. This is like that beautiful like coast view and like the nature and all the things. So literally so pretty. So pretty. The windiest of roads. But like gorgeous and beautiful. There were mongoose everywhere. I don't think I've ever seen a mongoose in my life. We couldn't figure out what they were at first. We thought that they were like weasels. They're mongoose. And they were just running across the street back and forth the whole drive. It was so funny. So we get to the top. I have the best coffee I've ever had in my life. The best. It was called the Hana Highway. There's a little coffee cart at the top in the town of Hana. And oh my goodness gracious. This coffee. It was a mocha with macadamia nut and coconut. It was so good. No, like, it was the best coffee I've ever had in my life. Anywho, we get to the top, and then it's like time to start working our way back down, and it's starting to get like gross outside. And Dozer keeps like complaining, and I feel like he's like not the type to like complain like that. But he's like so upset. He's so upset that it's getting rainy. And I'm like, we're vibing. What's up? Like, we're vibing. We're literally driving through clouds right now. Like, yeah, it's foggy, it's cloudy. The view over the side of the mountain, you can't see it anymore. It's not as vibrant and pretty as like the drive up. But like, it's still gorgeous and beautiful. It's like a vibe. It's just a completely different vibe. Super cloudy, starts raining, and we start making our way down and like doing like the little pit stops. We stop over at this waterfall. And for context, we're getting into proposal territory right now, so strap in. Strap in. We pull over to this waterfall, and one of the things that like kind of, before we went to Hawaii, I told him that low-key, like, I didn't know if I wanted him to propose in Hawaii because my mom couldn't be there. We were with my dad's side of the family, and like I didn't want her to feel left out. Like, it was just, you know, whatever. So my mom is obsessed with waterfalls. Like you know the term waterfall chaser, or like chasing waterfalls, whatever, like to a T. Everywhere we go, we have to go and see at least one waterfall. Like, she is up, like, when she says when she dies, like, she wants to be cremated, and she wants me and my brother to go hike up the side of a mountain and spread her ashes down a waterfall. Like, that's the vibe, okay? So we stop over at this waterfall, and it's pouring down rain. Like, in my head, I'm like, I'm not considering a proposal, you know? And like, it's crazy because earlier in the day, like, I was like, is he gonna do it? Like, I literally started vlogging. I've started a vlog. I was like, I think he might propose on this road trip, but like, because it was raining and so like, you know, the vibes were gone. He was a little bit upset, and I was like, it kind of like left my mind. I was like, oh, okay, like it's not happening today. So we pull over at this waterfall. We're looking around, and I guess it's the first time on the trip so far, like, that he had seen me that excited. Because when I tell you, we walked up to this waterfall, I look at him, I go, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Because like, the vibes are immaculate. We're standing inside of a cloud. Like, I'm not we're so high up, we're standing inside of a cloud. It's pouring down rain. This huge gorgeous waterfall is in front of us with a little like lake in front of it that you can go swimming in. Like, it's so pretty. There's rainforest around us, and like, I'm like, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. And I guess like that was his sign. He was like, okay, like, she hasn't gotten this excited about anything on this trip so far. This is the vibe. And he had encouraged me to bring some cute outfits with us, because he's like, we're going to be going to all of these like scenic places. Like, we left at 4:30 in the morning, so we're in our PJs. We're in fucking matching Spider-Man pajamas. So he's like, okay, like, let's change and take pictures. I was like, are you sure you don't just want to take pictures in our PJs? Like, it's pouring. He's like, no, like, I want to take cute pictures. And I brought my cute outfit. Like, let's change and like put a little bit of makeup on. I was like, that's when I started to be like, oh, I think he's about to do it. I clocked it. And I put on like a little sundress. It's pouring. I put my hair back into like half up, half down. I was like, should I put makeup on? He was like, yeah. You should put a little bit of makeup on. Like, for the vibes. Girl. I, like a dummy, put gum in my mouth because I was like, oh my God, if he does propose, I don't want to have stinky breath. I just ate a teriyaki spam musubi and had coffee. Like, my breath stunk. I could taste it. So obviously, like, I don't want him to look back on our proposal and be like, oh, her breath was so stinky. Hello? Absolutely not. Like, imagine. So I'm sitting there. I put the gum in my mouth. I'm like, I didn't even think about it. So we go and he sets up the camera to take pictures, and like, I set up my camera too. I was like, if it's gonna happen, like, I want it to happen from all angles, and like, this is really pretty anyway, so like, whatever. We're vlogging today. Let me just set up the camera. I set it up usually like all the time anyway, so I set up the camera and we're taking our pictures, our video that we're going to screenshot, and we turn around to face the waterfall, and he was like, fuck, everything's like a blur now. He said something about like, I know you wanted your mom to be here, but like, we're at a waterfall, so she's here in spirit. And then gets down on his knee, as one does during a proposal, and says, will you marry me? Pulls the ring out. Will you marry me? Immediately, my legs go numb. My heart was already racing. Like, I kind of had a feeling, like, I was like, okay, maybe this is happening right now. Maybe it'll happen at the next stop or the next one, but like, it could be happening right now. So like, already I was like, you know, I look at him and I go, I can't feel my legs. And I crouch down next to him, and he's like, nope, get up. Like, girl, get up. Girl, get up. And like, the whole thing was very much a blur. I don't remember like what else was said. I know I said yes. You can see me saying yes in the video, but like, everything else was just like, I feel like the moment went by really fast. Can you see my toes? Oh my God, you can see my toes. I'm so sorry. I'm literally so sorry. The moment went by really fast, and because there was so much adrenaline, I feel like I can't remember it. And it went by so fast. Like, I'm so happy we have it on video from multiple angles. And there was, oh my gosh, we were alone down by the waterfall, but up at the top, there were a few people. There was like 2 or 3 people. It was like a little group that went together, and they bore witness. And they like applauded and everything. I know they were taking pictures and videos. If I had the videos and pictures that they took, oh my God, I think I'm gonna put on TikTok or something. Like, if you were there, if you were the people who saw this happen, like, please, Otis, like, please send it to me. Because I also know that they had a really great angle, a really great view. Anyways, but yeah, like, I just feel like the moment went by so freaking fast. But I said yes. And it was like in a cloud, in a rainforest, in Hawaii, in front of a waterfall, in the pouring fucking rain. Like, it was just like the most like picture perfect moment. And then we get back in the car, and he had everybody who couldn't be there on the trip record a video. Little congratulations moment. It's 6 minutes long. And he told me to like pull my phone out and like record my reaction. I have now a 6-minute video of me just sobbing. It was my grandparents, my mom, my stepdad, my best friends. Like, it was adorable. It was really cute. And it was just like a little sprinkle on top, because like I had told him, like, I was sad. Like, if we did do it in Hawaii, that's one of the things that I feel like I would be sad about, is not being able to like immediately go and tell my best friend and like celebrate, and like not have my mom there. And like, so that was nice. It was cute. It was very cute. And now I have a ring on my finger. I feel like it wasn't so much of a surprise because like I said, like I knew it was coming at some point. I had seen the ring on accident the night before, but it was still so perfect. You know what I mean? I feel like that didn't ruin anything for me. And I think that going into it, I would expect having any knowledge of it or like any feeling that it was happening would bother me. Like I would expect it to, but it didn't. So that's the vibe. That's the vibe. Obviously we went back and we had a couple drinks to celebrate. I'm looking down at my camera roll now to see like if I missed anything. But yeah, like girl, I had some drinks. Like I'm telling you, I had some drinks on this trip. My go-to on this trip was just some Prosecco. I cannot drink like I used to. I used to just go and take shots because I'm not a big fan of the act of drinking. Like I don't like mixed drinks. I don't like anything if I can taste liquor in it. I'm disgusted. Literally so gross and hideous. So I'm not, like, I just, Prosecco. Like, it was just the vibe. It was the vibe of the trip. But we got back, we had a few drinks, got drunk. We got a little bit drunk. We told everybody in the family. It was, we had a little bit of a night. And, like, I don't know. I feel like we were just both so, like, hopped up on adrenaline and so excited. Like, we're engaged. You know? I'm gonna throw up. And I feel like I'm not a very emotionally available person. I used to be, but I feel like I have a lot of relationship trauma that has caused me to go from an anxious attachment style to a very avoidant attachment style. And I am avoidant in most emotional scenarios. So that's something that made me nervous going into it because I really struggle to talk about my emotions and show my emotions. I think because I've just been a little bit stabbed in the back and hurt so many times that it's like if I don't show the emotions, then I can't be embarrassed if something bad happens. But it kind of just washed away in that moment. Like I feel like there was so much like happiness and love in that. Like even talking about it right now, like I feel so embarrassed talking about my feelings and emotions, but like in that moment it really didn't feel like it mattered. Like it really didn't feel like it mattered. It didn't. I don't know, girl. I don't know. So that's the proposal of it all. We had a few more days in Hawaii after that. I'm looking at like the pictures and stuff. I feel like nothing else even like remotely interesting happened after the proposal. Like obviously things happened and we had fun and we did things. We stopped in Hilo and we couldn't stop in Kona. I guess there's not like a port in Kona where you can actually pull up to and like deboard that way. You have to get on one of those like ferries that pick you up and take you to the island. It was too rough, so we couldn't get off in Kona, which English, Brianna. I was upset about because I was really excited about Kona. Because they say it's like just like a small town where you could just walk off the ship and like walk the whole town. And they say that they have like the best coffee there. So I was excited we were already planning for it to be a chill day. So we wanted to like be very, very chill. I was planning on just getting off, going to get coffee, walking around while we drank coffee, and then get back on the ship and just vibe for the day, which we ended up doing anyways. Like we didn't get off the ship, obviously we couldn't, but we ended up just vibing all day. And I had like an epiphany. I had this epiphany because I am by no means in the best shape of my life right now. Like I cut for pretty much all of 2025 and initially had started 2026 trying to continue cutting. But I came to the conclusion that it was, oh, I just burped. I'm so sorry. I came to the conclusion that I needed a break from a calorie deficit. My body dysmorphia was insane. I was in really, really great shape. I was lean. I was doing the damn thing, but I could not see it in the mirror. So I knew that that was kind of my sign to take a step back. Just kind of, I don't even know, like, reset my mind. I was falling, I think, for the skinny propaganda that's been going on. And I feel like my body dysmorphia because of that was really, really intense. There's so much content surrounding like skinniness and losing weight, and like the other fitness influencers that I see are so lean and so much smaller than me. I felt like I needed to do the same thing to be taken seriously in this space. And it got in my head, and it was just not healthy. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take a step back and really, really focus on just being consistent and being strong and working out, lifting heavy, getting back into like the groove of the things that initially made me fall in love with fitness. So I have gained a little bit of weight back because I've been eating pretty intuitively. I track every once in a while just to like get a grasp on like what my diet looks like right now. But I eat pretty intuitively. I eat pretty much around maintenance, surplus every once in a while. I probably eat in a deficit every once in a while, but because it's intuitive, it's not like exact. But I can tell you that it's mostly maintenance because I haven't gained a ton of weight, but I have gained some weight, and I'm a little bit fluffier. I'm a little bit like, I'm just not in the best shape of my life, you know? But because I've been so consistent, I think, and I've been focusing so much on my mental health and focusing so much on being strong in the gym and showing up for myself, that I felt so confident putting my bikini on. I just felt so good in my skin. And I think that had I not taken these, it's been probably 5-6 months since I've made this like transition in this little era of my life, to just be intuitive and focus on consistency. It's changed my mindset so much. And I just really think I needed that. And I felt so just like good in my skin on this fucking trip in my bikini. And I was a little bit nervous going into it because I knew like old me would have done a cut to prep for the trip. But I almost did too. I almost did. And I was like, no, like I told myself that I wasn't going to do that again until August. Like I gave myself 3 months specifically during like the Strong Girl Summer Challenge that started April 1st, question mark, May 1st, May, June, July, May 1st. So the Strong Girl Summer Challenge was like, I was like, okay, my challenge for myself to focus on confidence is to just be consistent and not focus so much on the scale and cutting and whatever. I'll eventually, circle back and continue cutting to reach the goal weight that I had set for myself, because I didn't reach my goal weight. I was still, I think, 5 pounds away. I'll circle back at some point, but I think I need a mental reset right now. And I almost did a mini cut leading up to the cruise, and I was like, no, I'm going to continue what I'm doing. I've been so consistent. I've been showing up for myself. I've been feeling so good. Like, I don't want to call it quits before I'm ready. And I think that the way that I felt on the cruise in the bikini, like, it showed me that what I've been doing has been working. It's been working. And I think it's shown me that I'm ready to like step back into like macro tracking and like setting more physical goals for myself, because I knew I was eventually going to circle back and continue the cut, but I needed the break. I needed the break so fucking bad, because I was getting lost, girl. I needed to like reevaluate my why the fuck I was doing it, reevaluate what my actual goals were, and step away from the idealized body that I thought I needed to be a fitness influencer taken seriously. in this space right now. And I saw Kenzie Vance, if you don't follow her already, she is one of my favorite creators. I love her. She made a post the other day talking about how like transformations don't hit anymore as a fitness creator, because people want to see the fat to skinny transformation. They don't want to see the muscle transformation anymore because it's not trendy, it's not cool, it's not the thing that's the algorithm is pushing anymore. And I think that got to me a lot, knowing that like I was putting all this work in and I was gaining muscle and getting strong, and like it wasn't getting the engagement that it used to. But posting looking lean and all of these people posting like their skinny girl transformations, like they were getting engagement. And like it can get to your head a lot as an influencer, I guess. I don't love calling myself an influencer, but I guess that is what I am. It can get in your head seeing like what's doing well and what's working, and like my livelihood depends on social media. So I do have to adapt to the trends to a certain extent, but I think that I was losing myself in that. And in the last 3 months especially, I think that I have kind of found my groove a little bit with content as well, and feel a lot more confident in myself and the stuff that I'm putting out there and like presenting, because I think it's more authentic to me, and I'm not so concerned about the skinny propaganda, because that's what it is. It's fucking propaganda. That can be a whole nother fucking episode. But yeah, anyways, oh my god, the last day of the trip. I'm gonna tell you about the last day of the trip and then our travel day, and then I'll let you go, girl, because I've been talking to you for what, almost an hour at this point. I've been yapping. So cruise number 1, I almost get fucking rabies. Get bit by a monkey. Cruise number 2, I start passing a kidney stone. Cruise number 3, let me tell you, I was stressed out going into this cruise because the last 2 cruises I've gone on, obviously they have ended in fucking medical emergencies. So I'm like, fuck, like it's the last day. I'm like, okay, we're good. Nothing has happened. Even though the last cruise, we're 7 hours out from getting off the ship, and I start passing the kidney stone. So like truly anything could happen at any fucking moment. So I'm panicking. I was so convinced going into this cruise that I still have more kidney stones that I haven't passed yet. Like they're just sitting in here and they're big kidney stones. So like they're gonna hurt. So the last day, we're exhausted. Like we're tired. We're exhausted. It's day 8 of being in Hawaii, and we've just been nonstop. I feel very sluggish and fatigued when I'm not eating my best. So that's one of the reasons that I do eat healthy, like not just to look good, but to like feel good. And we're eating in the buffet every day, girl. We're eating in the buffet every day. And I'm not feeling the best. I'm just tired. I'm sluggish. I'm ready to go home. But it's our last day in Hawaii. We rented a Jeep when we were in Kauai. That was our last stop. We had another 2-day stay. So we rented a Jeep again. And we're like, I don't want the Jeep to go to waste. Right? I don't want to waste my last day in Hawaii. Like let's just do something. Let's just do something. But you pick. I told Dozer, you pick. This is up to you. So he puts together this little itinerary for the day, starting at this waterfall. You can hike down to the bottom of the waterfall. And he made it seem like it was a hop, skip, and a fucking jump, bitch. Like it was an easy little. He's like, oh, you got. There's a rope that like you have to use to get down, but like it's nothing crazy, bitch. It was mission impossible. It was mission fucking impossible. We get there, it's gorgeous view, but I look down. I'm like, we're going that far down? He's like, yeah. Mind you, there are signs everywhere. Don't hike the waterfall. There are signs everywhere. Don't hike the waterfall. So I look at him, I'm like, oh, on our way to the waterfall, we pull the Jeep over to take pictures, pull the Jeep off, or take the top off, stand, take some pictures with the scenery. And I put my tripod up. It's windy as all fuck. It's windy, girl. It's windy. And I put my tripod up. My tripod is tall. It's head level with me. So it's 5 feet up. It's 5 feet off the ground. I walk away. I didn't even think about it. Like, I didn't, like, it's been windy the whole trip, and my phone hasn't fallen over. So, like, I don't even think about it. My phone face plants from the wind. And my screen goes crazy. Like, the bottom, like, third of my screen was black. It was still usable, but it was black. And I'm panicking. Like, tomorrow we have 12 hours, a 14-hour travel day, but 12 hours inside of a plane. And I can't use my phone. I can't do anything. Like, what do you mean? So immediately in my head, like, I'm panicking. I start crying. I had already cried that morning, missing Otis. I saw him in the Ring camera. My second time crying of the day. We pull up to the waterfall. We start hiking down because he really wants to do it. And I'm like, okay, we'll see. We'll start it. And if it's too much, we come back up. But I'm in jorts and chanclas. I was not in the attire to be doing a rappel down a mountain, down the side of a fucking cliff to a waterfall. So we start it, and, like, genuinely, like, I just feel very unsafe. And I tell him that, and he's like, fine, we'll go back up. We won't do it. It's okay. We get back in the car, and I could just tell he's so disappointed. So again, I start crying. I felt so bad. He did so much for me on this trip. Like, so much. And the one thing he wanted to do today, like, he didn't get to do because I didn't want to do it. And then I look down at my phone, and it's glitching again. And it's glitching even worse. So I start crying again. Obviously, naturally, I'm panicking. He's like, it's fine. Puts Ubrake iFix into the map, and I'm like, I can't afford that right now. He's like, it's fine, I got it. We fix it. It's okay. Problem solved. We pull up to Ubrake iFix. I'm getting out of the car, and I step in a cockroach trap. It had fallen out from under the seat at some point, and I was barefoot, and I step on it. There's a cockroach in it, mind you. There's a fucking cockroach in it. Yeah. I step in it. It's like one of those, it's like a cardboard paper thing with, like, just, like, a bunch of sticky on it so that the cockroaches stick to it. It sticks to the bottom of my foot. I freak out. I go to pull it off, not realizing I grab the sticky part. Sticks to my hand. And you know me. You know I have contamination OCD. Okay? I think I'm dying. Like, it's just sticky. Apparently it doesn't have any poison on it. But I'm convinced. You could tell me a million times. You could show me on the trap that it says no poison. I wouldn't believe you. So now I'm thinking, like, okay, yeah. Poison is entering my bloodstream. I'm gonna pass out and die any second now. In the middle of Hawaii. R.I.P. to me. Start crying again. We go up to the Ubrake iFix. We give her my phone. It's going to take 30 minutes. So we go back to the car, and we're waiting, and he's like, well, let's go bebop around a little bit. Let's go get something to eat or something. And shaved ice is, like, a huge thing in Hawaii. Like, it's everywhere. And a few days prior, like, we had been told that it's, like, the best thing you'll ever try in your life. So we find a shaved ice place. We sit down for some shaved ice. It's just a snow cone. It's a snow cone in a bowl. We took 3 bites. I wish I was joking. We took 3 bites each because there were, like, sections of different flavors on the one that we got. We got a rainbow one. We took 3 bites and threw it away. We were just chomping on ice, and they didn't put a lot of syrup in it either. So, like, we could barely taste the flavors. So that was disappointing. But then we picked up my phone, and honestly, like, the screen, it works now. It's fixed. But the quality of the screen is not the same, and it keeps, like, randomly glitching. Like, random little rainbow glitches all over the screen will happen randomly. So that's fun. I'm gonna need to get a new phone at some point, because I think this is the second time that I've replaced the screen on this, so it's probably time. But yeah, we pick up my phone and Dozer's like, honestly, like, I can't take anything else going wrong today. I had been crying pretty much the entire day at this point. I was so exhausted. I was being such a baby. It's like, I can't take anything else going wrong. Like, we're going back to the ship. We're dropping the car off and we're going back to the ship. And on our way, we got Taco Bell because it's my happy food. Taco Bell is my happy food. So we got a cheesy gordita crunch. Got me a cheesy roll-up. Obviously, there was no lettuce, by the way. No lettuce. As much as I love my Taco Bell and as much as I want to believe that the diarrhea parasite hasn't ended up in Hawaii yet, I'm not trying to be patient zero of Hawaii, you know? No lettuce, cheesy roll-up, cheesy gordita crunch, and Cinnabons. We take our Taco Bell back to the ship. We sit on the top deck and overlook the gorgeous, gorgeous view of Kauai while we eat our tacos. And we call it a day. We call it a freaking day. The next day, we're coming home. Girl, the Hawaii airport is outdoors. It's so hot. It's so hot. It's so hot, and I'm in sweatpants. Like, I always travel in like a sweatsuit usually, or like PJ pants, like something, because it's like, this is what I'm the most comfortable in. I can't do tank tops and shorts and stuff. Like, I don't feel comfy in them. And I want to be comfy on a 14-hour travel day. So we get there, it's like mostly an outdoor airport. So the whole time walking, like until we get to our gate, it's fucking outdoors. We get to the gate and immediately, like, there's like a Starbucks in our gate, and I'm like, I need an iced coffee. I don't drink iced coffee anymore. I love hot coffee now. I needed an iced coffee because I needed something cold. We sit there, we get on our first flight. Mind you, I already stink because I've been sweating walking through the airport. The fucking AC was broken in the first flight, 4.5-hour flight. The AC was, like, it was coming out of the vents, but like, it was on the lowest setting. It was on the lowest, like, you could not feel it. I'm sitting there, I had extra shorts, I always travel with extra shorts in my bag, so thankfully I had them. I go to the bathroom, I change in the fucking airport bathroom, I'm like banging into the walls while I'm trying to take my sweatpants off and put my shorts on, like I'm touching everything, like I'm disgusting. There's pee on the floor. I'm like trying not to step on the actual floor and like step on top of my shoes. Sweating my ass off for 4.5 hours. I was so overstimulated, and I was in the window seat. Dozer was next to me, so I'm like, I just feel like I can't move. We get off that flight, and I told him, I was like, can we please look and see if there's like any upgrades? Talk to the lady at the front and see if there's any upgrades to like an exit row or something. Bless his heart, bless his soul. There wasn't any free upgrades, and the lady at the front, like, she wouldn't upgrade us. She's like, you got to pay for it. It was $400 for him to upgrade us from regular seats to exit row. Bless his heart. But it was 6-hour flight. The second flight was a 6-hour flight. I told him, you don't have to do it. Like, it's fine. Like, you're good. Like, you don't have, but he did it. Bless his soul. Like, truly an angel. He's an angel. He's gonna watch this and be like, why don't you say this stuff to my face? Because I'm emotionally unavailable. I'm working on it. I put on my habit tracker for this month words of affirmation, so to give him like a word of affirmation every day, because like it's his love language, it's not mine, and I really struggle with it. So having the reminder daily to like do it at least once a day, it's on my habit tracker. That sounds so bad. I'm like really working on it, you know what I mean? But no, he did that, and I got the aisle, he got the window. We were in different rows. I honestly, at that point, I didn't care, because I needed space. I needed the aisle so that I had like space to like lean somewhere. The AC was cold in that one. I was able to put my sweatpants back on. I wasn't able to fall asleep for whatever reason, so we got home at 7 a.m. and immediately we went to sleep. Slept until I meant to have set my alarm for noon. I slept until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Did not get out of bed all day yesterday, and went to sleep at like 9:30. Exhausted is an understatement. A fucking understatement. So now, after 2 days of being completely sedentary, I am having a lot of hip pain. I'm going to be honest with you. My hip is not happy with me at all, but I am very happy to be home. Very happy to be home. I can't even tell you. Can't even tell you, girl. But yeah, that's the recap. That's the debrief. That's the proposal story. And this is our first YouTube video back, so I can cross that off of my quarter 3 bingo board. I know I'm talking about my bingo board and like my habit tracker and my vision board and everything. All of these things are in my Obsessed on Purpose journal. So if you want to get an Obsessed on Purpose journal, I will put it down in the description for you. We have digital, we have physical journals. Like it's my favorite thing in the entire world. It's the only thing that can keep my ADHD ass like focused and consistent. So if you're wondering all these things that I'm talking about, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, it was nice chatting with you. I am going to have to edit this video. I know I said I was going to just converse, but Dozer ended up walking in, scared the shit out of me, to tell me something. So going to have to edit it a little bit, but that's okay. I really hope that I have enough storage to upload this from the camera onto my fucking device. That's the debrief. Thanks for being here. Thanks for, if you're here still, like, thanks for watching all the way through. If you haven't already, subscribe so that we can reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2026. I think that would be really super cool, super slay. I think we're at like 6,500 right now, so I think that would be super slay. And like, let me know what type of content you want to see down in the comments, because like, you know, we can do vlogs, we can do more just like chit chat stuff like this. I don't know, I feel like it's been a while since I've been on YouTube. We gotta, I don't know, test some shit out. But anyways, love you. Thanks for being here. It was fun chatting. Oh my god, 81 minutes. This is gonna be a mission.